This video only exists because Rusty's video ranking Libra's deal was straight ass. I didn't want to just shit on the guy right off the gate. This is not like a response video. I don't want this to turn into a drama channel. But holy fuck, I'm pretty sure he does this on purpose so people start flame wars in the comments. Because that's engagement, baby! You know the algorithm's a huge slut for engagement. Alright, so I got two lists here. This one is for deals right before the boss, and this one is for deals, when you find them in the open world. Some deals can only be in one, and also if you pay them off after the curses, you get a deal for free, so, bad deals are actually, they can be pretty good if you're free. Anyway, Libra deals. Let's go. I wish to have great strength, great dexterity, expand my intellect, deep faith, and in touch with the arcane. I'm gonna put these all in maybe. They're very situational. So I got this page open just to show you the stat sheets for them. Essentially what these do is they unlock 5 cut content character stat sheets, really. There's a few of these that are kind of no-brainers, like the dexterity one is just insane on I&I. I don't really recommend the faith one for Revenant or whatever. It's only a little bit more faith. However, I don't know, it's there's a lot of autistic number crunching you can do with these, but I think it just genuinely, it needs more experimentation. I need to try these more. It depends heavily on what gear you're going for, what you're using. The strength and dexterity ones are pretty good on Wilder because he has both strength and dexterity, and you can specialize if you don't want to use greatswords with him. If you find a big strength weapon, you can have just 73 strength right off the bat. Yeah, I'm gonna put these all into maybe. Middle of the road. It really depends on the situation here. And also for open world, the same. Alright, next one. Oh yeah, this is the one that gives you... Hold up. I switched these two. Okay. Hold Death at Bay. This thing's basically just Crimson World Bubble Tier. Basically the effect is, if you go under 20% HP, you heal to full, once per fight. It resets to... Yeah, it resets with, Sights of Grace, I guess. It's kind of like Wilder's Sixth Sense. So I guess it's a bit better than Crimson World Bubble Tier, because it's a full heal. But it costs you 20% of your max HP. Okay, for the boss fight, I'm gonna put this in Crypto Scam. However, for open world, it's still pretty bad. 20% HP is important. However, you can get it for free if he curses you and you break the curse. So... yeah, I guess it's okay if you get it for free. Resistance to ailments. Yeah, this one's goated. This is probably the best one in the whole game. So what you get is 150 plus resistance to every status effect. Actually, I'm gonna put this in good for the open world, because status resistance matters for... It matters a lot for Libra, but not really for the other Nightlords. I guess it's okay for Sentient Pests with the poison, or Caligo. If hard mode Caligo is actually difficult, this becomes goated in open world, if you find it. However, it costs you 10% of your max stamina, which really it's basically free. If you run out of stamina, it's a skill issue, plus there's so many ways to increase your stamina. You find the stamina talisman, it's basically free. You should probably be stacking stamina regens. Yeah. Goated, but mostly against Libra. I wish for more agility. Yeah, this one's a really weird one. So, I can't even confirm that this actually exists. So what it's supposed to do is it sacrifices your health and FP for stamina, and apparently according to the wiki it only shows up on open world. It doesn't show up for the boss fight. I've never seen this. I don't have any numbers for it. The wiki doesn't give you numbers for this, unlike everything else. Frankly, it sounds like a scam. Like, it's so much of a crypto scam, I think Libra may have unironically rug pulled it out of his selection. I can't think of a single character that could make use of this. Maybe I? Maybe. It really depends on how bad the hit to, like, health and FP is. Nah, I'm putting it in a crypto scam. They may have unironically patched it out of the game for being dog shit. I desire a flask. You gain 1 flask charge, but you lose 10% of your max HP. I'm gonna put this in bad because, like, your max HP also determines how much you heal from the flask as well. I will say though, if you get it for free, this is actually pretty good. This is kind of like one of those evergreens that, it never fails you. But only if it's free. I don't think the hit to health is worth it. I desire a powerful weapon. I'm gonna put this in good tier for both of these. So, basically, you get one of 8 different weapons. Here's the list here. You can get, like, Frenzy Flame Seal. The thing between these is they're all either frenzy weapons, or they do holy damage, which he's weak to. Libra is weak to holy damage. I'd recommend this on Libra, I guess, but only if your RNG has been shit and you don't have, like, good weapons for him. It might be worth it to sacrifice the 2 levels. Because, like, if you're 15 and you go back to, like, level 13, it's kind of diminishing returns on levels, so it's not that bad. I also have to point out, if you get him in open world, if you somehow manage to find them before you're, like, level 4, if you're, like, level 3 or less, I think he gives it to you for free. Like, he takes pity on you or something. Yeah. It's kind of a YOLO, it's kind of just my RNG has been shit for this entire run. I'm gonna roll one last time. Maybe I'll hit a jackpot. It's basically that meme of the guy mining for diamonds. Yeah, I think good is a good place to put it. I want many levels. So, you gain 3 levels instantly, but every time you drink from a flask, you lose a level. So, if you get hit like 3 times and take 3 flasks, it's completely nullified. Yeah, no, this is why I even named this the crypto scam tier. Yeah, this is the worst one. Straight up. Like actual dog shit. I wish for eventual greatness. Okay, so there's 2 different versions of this. There's the one in the boss. Like, in the boss fight, essentially you have, like, lowered stats by, I think, 30%. Hold up. Eventual greatness, yeah. You have 30% less FP, HP, and stamina for 2 minutes. And then you have, like, a massive boost. It's a plus 20% boost to all of them forever. If you can survive for that long, this is pretty good. I'm actually going to put it in goated even for the boss fight. I don't think it's quite as good as this. I'll put this behind it, yeah. You need to be able to rely on your teammates, though. For the open world, though, the way that this functions is you have that cut to your health, to all your stats, until the night boss. And then once you beat the night boss, you gain all those boosts. Yeah, I'm gonna put this one in goated. I basically always take it. The one thing to be of note is if you die, you lose the benefits. So it is a bit of a risk-reward thing. I personally consider it worth taking almost every time. Power of a Demon. This is the one that's like the eye that's over your head that occasionally fires stuff. It like fires madness projectiles. It does do a bit of madness status to you. However, it also procs madness on... Yeah, I think on the boss it's really good because it's his weakness. You're getting it for free. It does have the potential to screw you over, though, since it can proc madness on you on top of the madness that he's proccing on you. I'm going to put this in good. I think it's pretty neat. It's good for consistently proccing madness on Libra. In the open world, though, that means you're not fighting Libra, which means that this is basically the only way you're ever going to be taking madness damage. So, you basically have the glint blades thing. Yeah, I think this is still good. You can't really... It doesn't have the same weakness, since you don't have the potential to wombo combo yourself against the boss. However, it also doesn't have the same strength of being the boss's weakness. I think the balances out. It's a good trade. I want a lot of runes. Now this one's goated. So, if you find them in the open world, it costs 10k, which is fucking nothing. It's actually cheaper than if you had to pay him off for the curse. And what it does is, it gives you a talisman that you can actually take off during boss fights and then put on right before the boss dies to benefit from. And you gain more runes. It has a basically negligible HP drain on yourself. You can also just drop it before the Night Lord too, which is great. Also, this one only shows up for the open world. It doesn't show up for the boss fight for obvious reasons. Yeah, no, this one's goated. Actually, I'm gonna put this above the eventual greatness one. Yeah. For open world, this is straight up the best one you can get. It's the most consistently good. I've never had this one show up and not ended the run at level 15. Alright, so, last one, and this one only shows up in the boss. I want to fight at full strength. So, the way this one works is that for 1 minute, 60 seconds exactly, you gain plus 25% HP and 10% damage. It sounds really good, but Libra also gets a buff. He starts with his meditation buff active. He basically got his special off for free. And also he gets a 10% damage negation buff, which kind of counteracts your damage bonus. His lasts 100 seconds. I don't know, like... Not getting wombo comboed for like the first minute of the fight sounds pretty good. However, everything else is just bad. I'm putting this one back. It's not crypto scam tier. But the boss gains more to beat you up with than you gain to beat him up with. I don't think it's a worthwhile trade. So yeah, that's all of the Libra news. Check them out. Screenshot this, share it, start playing wars in the comments if you want. Yeah, have a good one. I don't really know how to end the video, so